சிவாய நம திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Welcome back to our discussion on Tirupattu, which is the 7th Tirumurai written by Nambi Arorar. We are discussing the very first Tirupadigam, which is for the place called as Thiruvannainallur, and we are continuing our discussion. So we are in the 8th verse today. Let's look at the verse. ஏற்றார் புறம் மூன்றும் எரியுண்ண சிலை தொட்டாய் தேற்றாதன சொல்லி திரிவேனோ செக்கர் வான்நீர் ஏற்றாய் பெண்ணை தென்பால் வெண்ணை நல்லூர் அருட்துறையுள் ஆற்றாய் உனக்கு ஆளாய் இனி அல்லேன் எனலாமே. In today's verse, this particular verse, it's a beautiful verse. Just a small recap of one of this verse we already saw, already discussed about, which is on the three. We already spoke about the three asuras, which is basically the having three flying forts, which is made of iron, silver, and gold, respectively. And we also saw that that is only a mythological story, rather it's called as Purana, but the real fact is Arnavam, Kanmam and Maya, which is there within us, and those are classified as the three forts, and Lord Shiva just smiled at it and it got into ashes. Just have a small recap on that, because the first line over here talks about the same story, rather the same Purana, or rather the same concept. The concept goes here: ஏற்றார் புறமூன்றும் எரியுண்ண சிலை தொட்டாய், which means when you look at the word ஏற்றார், this is basically to say a friend turned foe. As in, if you look at the history or the Purana, the three asuras, the demons, they were basically a Shiva devotee. They performed a lot of penance and they asked for the boon, which later got them into a little bit of headway, not a little bit, rather it was quite a lot of superiority complex, or rather the headweight, or rather the arrogance, and because of that they turned against Lord Shiva. If you look at it, it's exactly what is happening with us as well. Before our birth, it seems that this soul begs the pardon of Lord Shiva to say, please don't let me be born in this world. But once we are born, we forget everything. So we were once a friend, but once we come into this world, we become a foe of Lord Shiva. Imagine whatever we are doing today, is it something that Lord Shiva is going to like from us? Obviously no. That is why we say friend turned foe. And if you look at it, he also says what Lord Shiva did is he just touched the mountain, and basically the mountain was transformed as a bow and arrow. So it was the bow basically. So he touched the bow, but he did not use it, and the moment he touched the bow, the three forts went into ashes. What do we mean by this is, those of you who have heard about the Unmai Vilakkam, you will know the soil, or rather the earth element, or rather the mud, right? The earth element, that is what is our body made of. Our body is made of earth element. So what happens here is Lord Shiva touched Nambi Arorar's hand during his wedding, right? And because of this touch, Nambi Arorar's, all the three mala entanglements, which is called as Arnavam, Kanmam and Maya, was burnt down to ashes. So a friend turned foe, which is basically the three forts, was burnt to ashes. If you look at the next statement, the second statement, தேற்றாதன சொல்லி திரிவேனோ, as in I keep talking about something which is totally absurd, which is totally doesn't make any sense, but I'm still talking about that, or rather yapping about that and moving around, talking all bad things about you. And he says, Lord Shiva is in the color of, you know, the beautiful colors that we see during our sunset or sunrise time. That is the color that we always say Lord Shiva's color. He is not black or he is not blue like what we see in a couple of pictures. That is not Lord Shiva. If someone gives me a calendar with blue color Lord Shiva's picture, I would just reject it, saying that it is not Shiva, it is Rudra. Lord Shiva is beautiful colored, as in he is a color of the sun, right? A fire color, or the sunset time, that the color we see, that is the colors that we always talk about for Lord Shiva. So here also he says Lord Shiva is in the color of the evening sunset time, which is the orangish red, that is the color. And he says that Lord Shiva has his vehicle, the so-called vehicle, the beautiful vehicle, which is his bull. And as usual, he again reinstates the same statement, saying that I am indeed your slave. Please make sure that I am, whatever I said earlier is totally gone. I am your slave. So he is again and again repeating the same thing over here as well. So he says, Atrai unakku aalai ini allen enalame. I will never say that I'm not your slave anymore, because you are the one. So he uses a word called Atrai, which is basically to say you are everything for me and you are the one who's guiding me in the right path. Atrai simply means someone who's guiding us in the right path, in the knowledge path. So that's how today's verse is all about. Rather, that's how it is describing. And he says, he's talking about the Purana, which is about the three fourths, and then he says, I have been talking all absurd things about you, but I know you are as beautiful as the evening sunset, orangish color and reddish color rather, and you are having riding the bull, and you live in this particular place called as Thiruvennainallur. You are the one who's going to give me, or who is giving me, even right now you are the one giving me the right knowledge and making sure that I am proceeding in the right method or the right path, and please make sure that I am always your slave. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Nama, Tiruchitrambalam.